Hello, Cruising World, Big the Suit Guy with you today. It's port day. We're going to Ensenada in Mexico. So I'm going to show you a little tour around the little main port area, into the town, show you around. We learned years ago a couple of really awesome restaurants. This place called Sabrina's, also called La Gardenes, from the wonderful Fluffy, who was a beautiful, wonderful crew member that worked the comedy club when we were on board, now back living in Canada. But she showed us this amazing restaurant. We go there every time we go to Ensenada now. And also Lenny Schmidt, the comedian, showed us this great little carnitas taco place, which is off to the side, which is a locals place, which is always packed. So I'm going to show you where they are if you're looking for something a bit different. There's also a really nice churro restaurant we're going to show you. And then there's the main drag. We'll show you very briefly. You can't miss it. I'll show you a couple of maps on where to go. And now they've also just opened up a really nice place called the Malecon, which there's a Malecon in a lot of Mexican cities. There's one in Puerto Vallarta. They're everywhere. But not too long ago they opened it up, and there's some really nice restaurants, an amazing fish restaurant down there that you can get to that you may not know about if you didn't know it was there. So I'm going to show you a couple of the sights and sounds of Ensenada. It's a nice port. You can go to some nice wineries. I think it's a bit of an underestimated port by a lot of people. It's better than Progreso, I will tell you that. The only thing really to be aware of is that once you get out of the port into the town area, you will get people bothering you every 5 seconds. Just ignore them or say no and walk along. Do not show any interest whatsoever, because if you do, they will probably keep on and not leave you alone. Yeah, my friend Tim was made the mistake of telling one of them he was looking for a wallet. And he ended up buying a wallet because he just got fed up with telling him he didn't want a wallet. And I think it turned green about 2 weeks later. So yeah, just say no. Just say no and walk away. But here's a look at the port of Ensenada in the town area, around the port area. And yeah, it's nice. You can do excursions, go out of town and do some wineries and stuff. There's some really nice wineries. But again, if you just want to walk around the port, perfectly safe. I never felt threatened or anything there at any time. And I've probably been to this port more than any other port. We used to live in San Diego, so we would work on the weekends and we would drive up on a Monday and do the Monday to Friday cruise. We've probably done it 10, 11 times. So I've been to Ensenada 10 or 11 times. I've never felt anything but safe and fine. Well, watch the video and see if you like it. All right, here's the map of the cruise port area and the downtown area of Ensenada. You see the cruise terminal is in the bottom right-hand side. I'm going to introduce a little pink line to show you where we're going right now. So we're going to come out from the cruise port. There's a bridge I'll show you in a video in a second where you would take a left to go into the main part of the town area. But for our purposes today, we're going to keep going straight, very short distance to the main road. Take a right, go past a big white government type looking building. At the first light, we're going to take a left and you'll see that Hotel Corona on the opposite side of the street and walk a couple of blocks until we get to the Carnita stop, which is not open on Sundays. So if you're going on a Sunday, you go straight into town and skip this part. Go into town by going over that bridge. Now, here's a look at the port, a nice little photo opportunity there. You'll either have 1 or 2 ships in. On this day, there was 1. On this day, there was 2. So, and there's also a $4 shuttle that you can get. Well, it was $4 when we went. Who knows what it is now. You can also get taxis to go around town and stuff like that from there, around the area. But if you don't mind walking a little bit, it's not very far to walk, I promise. So you'll just come out from back here, keep walking down that main drag there. There's the bridge. You take a left to go into the main town. You could keep going straight and go into the Malecon where they've got some really nice restaurants, and I'll show you some pictures later. But for us, we went straight and we took a right. There's that government type building I was telling you about where there'll be a lot of flags out front. There's the ship. So instead of taking the bridge, we went straight, took a right. And then when we get to this light, and there is the Hotel Corona. There's also a 7-Eleven across the street. We are going to take a left. So we're going to walk down here. Now, if you kept going straight at that light, eventually you'd have an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place that the crew love to go to because they took us there one time. But and another really cool taco place as well further down there. But we like this one. This is carnitas only, though. So if you don't like carnitas, don't go here. But all the toppings you want, they do take American dollars. and they give you change in American dollars as well. They always have for us anyway. Very, very good value, but just take small change. And all the toppings you want. Here's Julie selecting her toppings. I don't recommend getting too many, 2 at most, because there's going to be a lot of food on this tour. There's only a few stops, but it's a lot of food. And I think personally the value we're going to get in these places, it's way better than going to the tourist places. And these are a little bit off the beaten path. How do we find this place, you ask? Well, comedian extraordinaire Lenny Schmidt took us here and showed us it. And we have always gone here, unless it's a Sunday, every time we come back since. Luckily, we really only do the 4-day cruises in the week, so it's always open. So there's Julie getting her toppings. Now, once we've done this, we're going to keep going straight and take a left just past the post office. As you can see in the right-hand corner there, that little white line in front of the post office, you could take that through a parking lot. We just choose to go straight and then go left. It doesn't make any difference. And once we go down that little road, we're going to hit La Sabina's La Guerenés. So here we are. We just went past there. We took our left, and we're now walking down what will become the main drag in Ensenada. As you can see, we're never too far from the ship. So we just keep walking down here. And then you'll start getting into the touristy area. It will start looking like this, but it's not going to get really too bad because there's not many tourists know this part of it. There are some nice little restaurants back here. Once you start seeing those stands, then you know you're in the danger area because you are going to get harassed. Learn to say no and keep walking is my recommendation. And then about 5 minutes after we took that left, you're going to hit Sabina's. This is the main drag. If you were walking this way from the ship, you would keep walking. You would hit it. It's like 2 blocks from the ship. Entrance, not from the ship, but from the main entrance when you came across that bridge. On the left-hand side there, you'll just see the top of a red roof. That's an outdoor area to this restaurant. There's my friend Katut, great bartender we took out for the day. And then if you don't know this is here, you don't know it's here, but it's a pink building. And you'll find out why it's famous in a moment. All fresh seafood prepared that day. Once they run out, they close. Always quite busy. If you want to see a more in-depth video of the food and everything we had here, watch my video with Nicola in Ensenada. Nicola, the alchemy bartender from Serbia. I'll show you a lot more of the food and stuff. But this is what it looks like, and that is why it's famous. Yes, Anthony Bourdain did his show from here. And boy, do they let you know about it the whole time you're in there. But the food is excellent. So just showing you the restaurant. Again, watch the Nicola video for more in-depth stuff here. But here's the menu. I'm just trying to give you a guide and a walk-around way to get to these restaurants more than showing you too much about them. So again, all fresh food. It's amazing. It's wonderful. So if you like seafood, I can't recommend this place enough. And Fluffy, the comedy club host, showed us this place. Yes, it's good to get. There's my boy Katut again. It's always good to get to know the crew. They know the best places to go, don't they? So now we're going to go 1 block to the right. Now, if you were there on a Sunday, you would go across that bridge and you wouldn't get the carnitas, or you don't like the carnitas. You would go straight to Sabina's. There is the shuttle bus that drops you off in town for the $4. But you're going 1 block to the right of Sabina's. That restaurant there is a good guide. It's massive, but it's always empty. But on the right here is where we get our churros. So it's just 1 block past Sabina's La Guerenés. Take a right. And the freshly made churros, not for me because I don't like cinnamon, but Judy loves them. Now I'm going to show you a little detour. If you took a right and kept walking all the way down the end of the main drag, you would hit Papas and Beers. I'm not showing you this because I recommend it. I don't like expensive watered down drinks. I get that a lot of people do, and that's perfectly fine. So if you want to come to Papas and Beers and enjoy the atmosphere, that is where you would go. But now we're going to double all the way back to where La Guerenés Sabina's was and take a right. Go 1 block, and this is the way you would walk up if you were coming from the ship across that bridge. 1 block ahead will be Sabina's, but right here and on the left there is a taco museum, they call it, where they will serve you tequila museum, where they'll serve you 4 shots of tequila for $10, and they will let you know all about it. And there's Julie. This is the Al Pastor taco place that was. So now we are done with our food. But so I want to show you the Malecon area. So we continued past the Al Pastor place. That would be the way back to the ship that I'll show you in a second. Al Pastor place just up there on the right. But if we went left of how we're looking right now, not going back to the ship, going on a left, you would hit the Malecon that has some pretty cool restaurants. So as you watch these pictures, just to summarize, I showed you a carnitas place, then we went to a fresh seafood place, then the churros, then one more taco place. And if you want to go to Papas and Beer, absolutely go to Papas and Beer. One of the cool things about the Malecon is the seafood shop they have there. Not a restaurant, shop. There are loads of restaurants. You can get some pretty cool looks there. And then coming back to the ship, once again, there is the ship. Again, right behind us is the start of the main drag. But we're going back to the ship. These are just some like lines to follow. And then at the end of this, you're going to go through the security and you are back at the ship. Simple, right? Off the beaten path food tour. All right, there you go. Ensenada. I really enjoyed the port. I never had a bad time. We went ashore with the crew quite a lot. I love that Sabrina's Lagones, the same name for the restaurant. It was I took Nicola, Crazy Nicola, for those that know him. We did a video together out there one day. I've gone ashore with Robbie, the piano bar player, and Sean, guitar player, on there. I took Katut, my good friend, out there. We take a lot of crew members out when we go visit there. I like the port. I like the port. No complaints. It's like one of my secret favorites, if you like. But you may not like it. It's just me. A lot of people, it's a sort of port they would stay on board in because they'd be scared to go ashore. But I promise you have no reason to be scared. It's perfectly safe and fine. Just know that you will get pestered and bothered a little bit. But just say no and walk away, like I said. That is it. Ensenada. So if you have any questions on it, please feel free to email me. Like I said, I know the port very well. If you want to subscribe to my little channel, please do so. Hit that little bell. You get notifications. And then if you have any questions, my email is coming up at the end of this video. Please feel free to email me. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And if I don't know the answer, as I always say, I know people that probably do, and I will get the answer from them. I will never give you a fake answer. Only facts. I'm not a Facebook page. I have one, but facts. I will see you later, Cruising World. Any questions? Email me anytime. cruisingsuitguy@gmail.com. I promise I'll reply as soon as possible. Want to book a cruise or any type of travel? We are travel agents. Check out our site, elitetravelconnection.com, or email me, mick@elitetravelconnection.com. We are here for you. Finally, subscribe, please. Pretty please. You know you want to. Go on. I won't beg you. Okay, I'm begging. Please. Subscribe. Thank you.